When Mercedes launched the GLB almost 5 years ago, we almost knew it was going to be very successful. And there are a couple of reasons for it. The first is the silhouette. Easily you can see it's inspired by the G-Class. It's that rugged look coupled with the fact that it's a compact 7-seater SUV. Unique in this segment, it was going to be successful. And now today, we have the facelifted GLB.
The Mercedes-Benz GLB is priced at $265,000. The 1.3-litre engine and 48-volt mild hybrid system produce a combined 129 brake horsepower and 230 Nm of torque. The 7-speed automatic transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km an hour in 10.3 seconds. The Mercedes-Benz GLB has a claimed fuel consumption of 14.5 km per litre. For more details on the Mercedes-Benz GLB or any other car, head to Sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car.
The GLB, it's still that square-jawed, boxy, rugged, compact SUV that fans have come to love. But new to this facelifted model, they've changed the grille, at least on the progressive variants. They've changed the grille from the 2-bar unit to a 4-bar style this time around, and that kind of brings it a bit closer to the G-Wagon that, you know, is quite iconic and it resonates with customers. They want that rugged look, and the redesign certainly brings that part in. The other change has been to the headlights. The headlights, they're now LED performance units. They used to have rounded square daytime running lights, but now they've become these like single bar, they're like dashes. So it's a bit neater, it's a bit sleeker. So the bumper has been redesigned as well. And this is done to improve both aesthetics and aerodynamics. To mirror the front, Mercedes designers have also restyled the rear. The previous GLB, the pre-facelift GLB, the taillight signature, it used to be like cute squares. So now they've changed to like horizontal lines. So once again, more in line with, no pun intended, more in line with the boxy look and feel of the car. And it's the same with the rear bumper. The rear bumper has been restyled as well. And you get these nice like square exhaust finishes just to kind of bring the entire design together, just to unify that part. So in order to fit our anti-trolley and our luggage here, we've had to fold down the rearmost seats. Now doing that freed up about 565 liters of boot space. As you can see, it's quite useful like this. However, should you require, like, I'm helping my friend move house, or I'm buying these like long items from IKEA, like I really need that space, well, you can drop the second row seats. So they are split folding capable, but doing so now, once you've got everything folded, that's 1800 liters of capacity. That makes the GLB quite useful. And again, another reason why the car is so popular. I mentioned that the GLB, although it's a 7-seater, I feel it should be treated more as a 5+2, with the +2 being optional. And this is why. I'm 1.73 meters tall, and I've just about managed to cram myself. So obviously, more petite adults or young kids, this is not a problem. Like for normal adults, it can be a bit tricky, but I wouldn't go as far as to say, yes, it's a full-on 7-seater. It's generally a lot better here in the second row. As you can see, there's so much leg room. There's plenty of foot space. I even wore bulky boots just to demonstrate that, hey, you know, there's lots of boot space here. Headroom, plentiful as well. Now, come on Mercedes, we need some air vents here. Back there, it was getting a bit hard to breathe. Here is much better because I'm catching all the cool air from the front, but there's nothing at the B pillar, which is the ideal place to put air vents so that they are directed at your upper body. But there's nothing here either. There's a bit of a floor protrusion, but it's not that big a deal. I think you can still sit 3 abreast, no issue. So inside the facelifted GLB, what you'll find is a second-gen MBUX Mercedes-Benz user experience system comprising two 10.25-inch high-res displays, one for the instrument cluster and one for your infotainment. The big change here, the big improvement here is the fact that the things load faster. It's more responsive when you play around with the menus, and they have gotten rid of the touchpad. So in the pre-facelift model, you used to have like a touchpad here with a few more controls. They've done away with that, and so the way you interact with this thing is through the touchscreen, or you can use the capacitive touch controls on the steering wheel. These are also new, by the way, without the touchpad. There's now a little tray to put, you know, various knickknacks, loose items. You can even put a car key. There's the smartphone charging pad here as well. In the center, you have a handy center console with two USB-C charging ports. The other nice thing about the cockpit, well, you can't see it now because it's daytime, but the other nice thing is the ambient lighting, or so-called mood lighting. Mercedes does this rather well. It can look quite dramatic, and you know, they're doing fun things with all this backlighting in the background. The other thing that endears GLB to so many drivers is the fact that you have this upright driving position. As you sit here, you've adjusted your seat and all, and you're looking outwards. You have excellent forward and lateral visibility, and this adds to the driver's confidence. Having this upright driving position, it undoubtedly helps. So, that being said, let's go and take this baby for a drive. So, we're driving here. This is the facelifted GLB180, and from the get-go, the first thing that I feel is that when you're moving off from a standstill, it feels a bit more effortless. It feels that bit smoother. The previous car, like, it wasn't like the car couldn't move off or something, but with the 48-volt mild hybrid, that's the biggest change to this car. With a 48-volt mild hybrid, the integrated starter generator giving that boost. And this car is not light by any means. It's about 1.64 tons, and that's before myself and my colleagues are on board. The engine needs a bit of help to get it moving along. Now, beneath this square bonnet, it's the same turbocharged 1.3 litre 4-cylinder with 129 bhp, about 230 Newton meters of torque. Though that figure is unchanged from previously, and the performance is still about the same. You're talking about century sprint, about 10.3 seconds. But again, the main difference is that when you're moving off from a standstill, it is that bit smoother. The ride is well damped, it's quiet. If you're a family man or family woman, and you know you're looking for that 7-seater SUV and you want a comfortable experience for the family, this does give it to you. Now, in terms of safety systems, this particular unit, and there's a menu here called collision avoidance, and when you click on it, you have settings for the ESP and your active brake assist. So that active brake assist, that is really useful. How it works is when it detects, you know, an object, a car, a pedestrian in front, and you're approaching, and for whatever reason, like touch wood, hopefully you're not distracted or something, and the car senses, oh no, there's going to be a mishap, the car will intervene and apply the brakes autonomously, thereby preventing an accident. So that's how that works. And the other useful thing is the car does have blind spot assist. So as an SUV, you can't help it. The blind spots can be a bit tricky in a car like this. So what you will need is that extra layer of, you know, security, a system that's looking out for you. Blind spot assist will watch your blind spots and then it'll alert you. Little triangle on the wing mirror will illuminate to indicate that, hey, you shouldn't make that lane change just yet. There's a vehicle or a motorcycle behind. With those two, you're quite covered, I would say. Although, of course, today's consumers, I know you guys expect the car to have more, but at this level, at least, this is what the car comes with. So, is this a will buy, won't buy, or go try? After having spent a few days with the car, my personal take is you need to go and try. Now, that doesn't mean that this is not a good car. Don't get me wrong, but I feel that its uniqueness in its segment, it's a compact SUV, it's very square-jawed, like very macho looking. All that's great. It's got the 5+2 seating and all, but you need to go and try out the car for yourself. Like, personally, I feel I would want more performance out of it. So maybe my preference is like the EQB 250, the electric version. But if you're someone who, performance isn't really your thing, you want comfortable, relatively safe car, enough space, to bring your family around, and yet on occasion, if you need to, you can haul items, fold down the rear seats. The cabin is highly versatile, very flexible. Bring your pram, your baby seat, go and test it out, bring your family along, go and really give it a try. I mean, I am someone who like I said, I want a bit more performance, while not a bad car by any means. I would say just go and give the GLB180 a try. So that's all for us for today's review. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop us a comment below and follow us on TikTok at Sgcarmart. Till then, guys, drive safe, ride safe if you ride. Until then, see you at the next one. Bye-bye.